let's get spoopy. I'm so, like, look at this. Look at this. This is, I just want to wear shirts like this every day. I don't care. Every day. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Are you ready for spoopy season? Because I am. I always am. Spoiler alert. It's always spoopy season in my apartment and in my brain hole. Today we're going to be talking all about makeup I am super excited to use in the fall. I feel it. Fall is right around the corner. I need it to be crisp outside and chilly, and I want everything to be like warm and orangey and browns, and I want to be able to wear long sleeves like this and not sweat everything off like today. I am ready. So I'm excited to talk about these things. Some of them are specific products that I'm excited to use. Some of them are like product types. So let's go ahead and jump in. I also tried to make this not as like eyeshadow heavy. I mean, I love eyeshadow and I love fall eyeshadow, but I tried to do an equal amount here of like other actual makeup products and then eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so the first product I want to talk about, it's a product type. So what I'm excited to use more so in the fall and in the winter are glowy foundations. As someone who sweats a whole lot, I'm not typically leaning towards glowy or like satin foundations in the spring and summer, especially back when I had to commute to work. Now I get a little bit more leeway since I work from home permanently and I can just like sit at home and not have to do too much and not have my entire face melt off of me like I used to. But I still have to go outside to walk recs, and still in the apartment it can get hot, especially with our last heat wave when it hit over 100. It was still hot in the apartment no matter how high I set the AC up to. So I really save like these satin or glowy foundations for the fall and for the winter, and they always look so pretty. And even though my skin gets drier and it might not be as glowy, that's when I love using these foundations the best, to give me that extra like boost of glow. So I have a couple here just as examples. So first I've got the AOA Studio Vita Glow. This is technically I think a BB or a CC cream. Oh, it's a tinted moisturizer. I have a couple of tinted moisturizers that I do like using in the summer because they sink into my skin and they don't sweat off of my face. This one, not so much. So I do need to save this one for the fall, so I'm excited to get to use this one. Next, this is actually the one I'm wearing on my face today, and I'm still testing it out because I did just pick it up. So this is from Armani, and this is the Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. A long time ago, I mentioned in, I think it was a bite-size review, I got a sample size of this one and the Power Silk foundation, and I loved both of them. And I really wanted to try out a full size of the product, and I just never really got around to it until now. These were actually on sale on the Sephora website. They had like a 20% off a foundation sale, kind of out of nowhere. So I picked up a couple of them. So I'm testing this out right now. It is definitely a bit glowier than I'm used to for this time of year specifically. I am still filming this. It's late August when I'm filming this, so this isn't when I would typically be wearing it. But I got excited and I wanted to try it out. This seems like just the kind of foundation that I would be reaching for in the fall. So I cannot wait until it's a little bit chillier. Last but not least, I have a good old drugstore favorite. This is from Wet n Wild. This is just the Photofocus foundation in Dewy. A long time ago, I want to say back in like back when these first came out, I tried out both of them and I liked the matte one okay, hated the dewy one. And I've found like as time goes on, I think I've flipped. I kind of like the dewy one a little bit more than I like the matte one. So yeah, we'll see. I have not tested this in the fall yet. I did just pick this up again a couple of weeks ago, so I cannot wait to test this out again, but this does seem kind of like right up my alley for fall. Nice, beautiful, like, what's the word? I wanted my skin to not look dry and flat like it typically does in the winter, and these are the kind of foundations that will just help bring life back into my skin. Next, let's talk about a face palette. So this one, of course, I can use this year round, but I feel more drawn to it for the fall, and that is this big palette right here. This is the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs. I believe this is the face palette number 1. So we've got like your kind of warm browns down here. You've got this beautiful row in the middle, which is why I picked this palette. These are the like orangey kind of blushes that I love. And then up here, we've got these cool tone kind of shades. I was really intimidated by this palette at first, but I really, really like how these shades look on me, especially in like the fall. I also love these blushes right here. They're really, really pretty. I find myself reaching for this bronzer shade the most, but I'm excited to use specifically like this top row as we get into spooky season. It's so pretty. The only thing is that these are expensive palettes. These are like $70 something. So I did buy this secondhand on like Mercari, and then I think getting it like slightly used, it was around, I want to say 40 or 50, which is still pretty a lot. but I really do like this, and I love that you can pop out all the shades, and I think all of these are sold individually, so you can pop them in if you happen to hit pan on one of them, and the packaging is just amazing. Lunatic Cosmetic Labs really knocks it out of the park with their packaging. Oh my god, I'm already sweating. Can you see this? I cannot wait until I can film comfortably with the AC off. That'll be great. All right, next we have a lip product, and now I really have been neglecting lip products like the last year or two, like really ever since COVID hit. And I forgot how like much joy I can get from a specific lip color, and that is from right here. This is my favorite lipstick color of all time, and this is Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Rebel Rose. Let me know down below if you've been here since the first time I mentioned this on my channel, because I've been singing Rebel Rose's praises since the very beginning of my channel. I absolutely love this shade. It doesn't really match my eye look today, which is the only reason why I'm not wearing it right now. But I love everything about this. I love that it's a drugstore. I love that it's affordable. I love that it looks amazing. I love that it wears amazing. To me, this is the epitome of a fall lip color. And I can't wait to wear it. Like, oh. All right, before we get into eyeshadows, I kind of want to talk about a category of eyeshadow that I love in the fall. And that to me is orange eyeshadow, like the look I'm wearing today. Of course, orange is a warm tone. You see those a lot, like the orange, the yellows, the reds for like summer, but there's something about an orange eyeshadow in the fall that just like hits different. It's just, I don't know. I love it. So specifically, I've got a couple of like orange shadows in the palettes that I picked up, not to mention the orange shades I have left in my Pen That palette, which if you haven't seen the last update for that, I'll go ahead and throw that up in the cards. But I want to bring out specifically a liquid shadow. And I definitely don't reach for like a liquid orange shadow until the fall, because that's when I'm going all out with my orange looks, and I want a nice orange, like bright pop. So I'm actually wearing this today on my inner corners, and that's something that I would not do in the summer, but I would totally do in the fall. And these are from Covergirl. These are the Exhibitionist liquid shadows. I particularly love the orange one, which is shade number 4. That's, again, the one I'm wearing in my inner corner. They have a bunch of other shades that I really do like. These are great for liquid shadows from the drugstore, because really, let's be real, there are a lot of liquid shadows from the drugstore that suck. Yeah, like Elf. I think I did a video about that, like Stila Glitter and Glow dupes that suck or aren't that great. I'll throw that up in the cards if I can find it. But something about a sparkly gold liquid shadow that just gets me extra excited for fall, right? So this is the only one that I have right now. If you have any suggestions for a liquid orange sparkly eyeshadow, I don't like matte liquid eyeshadows, but if you have a liquid orange sparkly shadow recommendation, let me know down below. All right, so let's get into these eyeshadow palettes. First, I could not have talked about orange eyeshadow without bringing this up. This is like the best orange palette. This is from Midas Cosmetics, and this is the Pumpkin Spice Latte palette. This is a gorgeous orange palette. I love this palette. I love this palette to death. This is the only, I believe, pumpkin spice palette or pumpkin spice named palette that I have seen that actually gives me pumpkin spice out of it. Not to say the other palettes aren't great, but like when I want pumpkin spice and I want orange, this gives me orange. This is, I cannot wait to use this. Next, we have a couple of palettes also from Lunatic Cosmetic Labs. Just the packaging gets you in the spoopy mood, but these shades are gorgeous. So first we have the Vampira palette, like everything you need for a beautiful, spooky, smoky eye. Try saying that 5 times fast, but this is just beautiful. Everything about this, and like these dark mauves too, such a fall color. I can't, I'm getting too excited here, but there's that one. But then also we have the Elvira palette, which also, there are like pop-ups in this palette, and the mirror is a dagger. I love it. So here, how to hold this up? I'll do it upside down. So here you've got your classics, your black, your white, your red. I love this pop of blue. And then of course you got that beautiful mauve color. Again, I can't get over these, and I just love the packaging. Like they're coffin shaped. I just, can't wait. Next, we have a palette that I do use year-round, but again, it like hits different in the fall, and that's a Sweet Peach palette. I've talked about this ad nauseum on my channel so many times, but specifically, I love using like the browns and the purples and this green in the fall. They're beautiful. Again, this is like a great year-round palette, but I think it might work best in that late summer, early fall time, because it's got everything. All right, moving on to my favorite palettes. Let's talk about this Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. This grungy fall rainbow. I love this to death. And specifically in the fall, because you've got like these middle rows right here that are like these, it looks like fall foliage. The shimmers, the shades, just, I can't get over how much I love them. I believe this is like one of the top Natasha palettes that I own. But specifically for the fall, this is the best fall palette that Natasha has ever come out with. Ever. So, oh man, this is beautiful. All right, so last and 100,000,000% not least, the best fall makeup product that I own is the Colourpop Good Sport palette. I swear, I have no idea why they discontinued it, because this is the best thing they've ever come out with, this palette. Look, and I guarantee they still have these shades in there. Colourpop, go back in there, change, I don't care, change the packaging if you want, but come back out with this palette, because it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love this palette. Part of me like doesn't want to use it too much because I'm afraid of hitting pan because it doesn't exist anymore, so you can't get it. But the other part of me just wants to use this all the time. Look at these beautiful mattes, the purples and the yellows. This just screams fall. So yes, this one. So there we have it. Those are all the products that I am like super duper excited to use in the fall. Let me know down below what's your #1 favorite fall makeup product. And I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye. I just hit something.